The British Isles boast some of the world's finest stately homes, magnificent monuments of a bygone era. But behind these stunning facades lurks a dirty secret.
If I don't do something, it's going to get to a point of no return.
It's in a right old state and needs a right bloody good clean.
Possibly got a bit out of hand, shall we say.
But there is a radical solution.
I like to hoover the air. For me, that's the peace of mind that I'm getting rid of a lot of particles.
Now the nation's most obsessive cleaners are back to restore order to the country house clutter.
Order means control. Disorder means chaos.
Pairing up to face the grandest grime of their lives.
There's poo everywhere.
And to challenge their obsessions, they'll be moving in.
Oh my God, that's where someone's bum's been.
The way I'm feeling at the moment, I don't want to stay here.
Right.
The compulsive cleaners have just 5 days to clean up these rotting rooms.
He's a dirty pig.
I think she's being a little bit fussy.
Can they change the fortunes of these mouldy mansions?
Oh my God, look in the bottom of that toilet, for God's sake.
Or have they finally met their match?
This is where they butcher people.
There's only one boss in this house, and that's me.
Standing proud on the North Devon coast is Tapley Park. Belonging to the Christie family for 4 centuries, this Queen Anne mansion was once the centre of Devon society. But over the last 25 years, it suffered a fall from grace at the hands of the latest incumbent.
Some people might say that I'm the black sheep of the family. I just see it as... I probably am, actually.
Hector Christie took over the 200-acre estate at just 24. With a large house at his disposal, he threw open the doors and moved his friends in.
We had some fantastic parties. It was very much a sort of like it was a new agey rave scene, if anything. And then we had all the new agey types coming up, and there was like rebirthing, there was tarot, there was like healing, you name it, it was going on up here basically.
Hector's house also became the headquarters for his political and environmental campaigns.
Why were you protesting, sir?
I'm protesting because it's an illegal war in Iraq.
Nowadays, Hector runs the 200-acre estate as a self-sufficient community, with around 20 members living and working in the grounds.
Go on, hi! Go on then!
I've always felt guilty about inheriting so much when so many people have so little. So I've always filled my house up with lots of people, many of whom have been homeless.
But the house has paid a heavy price for Hector's lifestyle.
This table here could be deemed to look a bit of a mess. But funnily enough, I know where everything is. For example, I got my toenail scissors, incredibly important thing to have next to your desk. A letter there from Prince Charles, I think. Don't know what it's about.
However, the death of Hector's father, Sir George Christie, 2 years ago, has brought his responsibilities into sharp focus.
We all change as we get older. So now I feel it's an honour. And on the last day of his life, I said, Dad, I just want to sort of like say, I give you my word, I will not only look after the Tapley estate, I will enhance it. And Dad said to me, I said, oh, God, Heck, he said, I'm so lucky I got the most wonderful sort of like family and emotion that he'd never ever shown in his life before.
To herald a new era for Tapley Park, at the end of the week, Hector will throw a masked ball for the cream of Devon society, many of whom remember the house in its heyday.
I used to visit Tapley as a child. It was so lovely and old-fashioned and special and grand in a way. We'd have to take our shoes off and leave them on the doorstep, so we'd tiptoe through everything that's shiny and polished.
After 3 decades of neglect, Hector needs help to bring Tapley Park back from the brink before his guests arrive.
This is a long overdue situation, and I admit that. And one of the major problems I have is that there is so many things in the community going on. Our water's like not working up there, the solar panels packed in, drop everything, that I don't really think about what's under my own nose in my own home. It's in a right old state and needs a right bloody good clean.
When it comes to giving houses a bloody good clean, there are few people more committed than Carly from Hertfordshire.
I like to hoover the air because you're getting it before it hits anything. For me, that's a peace of mind that I'm getting rid of a lot of particles.
Carly was diagnosed with OCD at the age of 12.
I've always had a fear of dust. I don't like anything I feel is going to enter my face. If I could walk around with a mask like Michael Jackson, I would. I think that was a brilliant idea.
But Carly's not alone in her obsession. Rob Anacreonte from Burnley spends 5 hours a day cleaning his home.
My most favourite cleaning product is bleach, and that's just because I'm kind of a bit of a germaphobe. I can get up to 15 bottles a week.
Although bleach can kill nearly 100% of bacteria, it should never be swallowed or used to clean food.
Anything that comes into my home will get the bleach treatment. Bottles of milk, fruit, vegetables. For me, I can't touch it before it's been completely sanitised.
But for Carly and Rob, a life of obsession has begun to take its toll.
Life's lonely, and it does have an effect on you because you sacrifice your friends and a lifestyle.
I've had times where I haven't even been able to get out of bed because it's been that difficult to face the day because of it. And I feel like I just want to live a somewhat normal life.
To overcome their conditions, Carly and Rob are teaming up to tackle the mountains of dust and germs at Tapley Park Country House.
This is a golden opportunity to challenge this obsession. But I don't ever go away from home. I haven't been on holiday in years because everywhere I go has to be 100% sterile. I'm just taking a few reserves just in case I run dry. So to leave the comfort of my own home, where I have total control, absolutely fills me with the fear of God.
I've had therapy, but I've never challenged myself to this degree. I've got to take pillows, quilts. I'm going to take about 6 of these pillowcases because if I am going to make it through the nights there, I know for a fact each day I'm going to have to bin these. I am literally going to be facing my demons head on, and that's something I've never done before.
Carly and Rob will be spending 5 days staying at Tapley Park as Hector's guests, both eating and sleeping in the house.
How do you feel, Rob?
I just feel really nervous. It's like stepping into the unknown. Are you excited to meet the owner?
Yeah, I imagine them to greet us with a gun. And I imagine a cigar greeting us. Not just a cigar, but the man with the scar. Right, here we go. Is this all theirs? This is humongous. I'm actually not overly unimpressed right now.
Wow, look at the house.
It is like a bit like Downton Abbey, isn't it? Jeez. Look at the size of that bad boy.
This is the biggest house I've ever been in my life.
I'm imagining huge chandeliers and four-poster beds. Oh, it's really dark, Rob.
Where's the chandelier?
And look, is that a spider on the wall?
Yes, it is. Now imagine that crawling in your underwear at night.
Don't. Should we have some
Yeah, chuck us a wipe. I can feel the germs breeding on my fingers as I speak.
That glass hasn't been washed in a while.
Oh, look at this.
Hippies, use back door.
Hiya, hello.
Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you. Rob. I'm Hector. Hi, very nice to meet you.
Very pleased to meet you.
Yeah, and you too.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Hi, and you.
Hi.
Sorry, what's your name?
Carly.
Carly, very nice to meet you,
And
Carly.
you.
Yeah, right.
To show them the state of the house, Hector leads Carly and Rob through the servants' quarters to the room he spends the most time in.
Right, I'd like to show you the library.
Wow. What's that smell?
Oh, it smells like dead people.
Maybe that could be a little bit of food seepage, possibly.
Oh, it's real.
No, it's
actually real.
It's not.
Sheepskin.
Obviously, it's been sort of like gutted and stuff.
Is
but
that its
this is
face?
real. Yeah, yeah. And if we actually turn it around, you can see that part of its bottom's missing. That was the bull terrier that I had before last. Took a bit of a shine to the sheep's bottom.
For me, walking in here, Hector, I feel sad, actually, because you've got this magnificent property and it's a shame to see it like this.
This is the study room.
Oh, my good God.
It's very dusty in here. I can feel dust on my tongue.
Slum's a hard word, but it's like...
No, that's a fair assessment. It's one of those ones that have just slipped through the net.
A big hole in the net.
There was, and, you know, I blame the net. Welcome to the Tapley kitchen.
Wow.
This is where food is prepared, and this is where we also dance on the table at 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes.
It's really cluttered. I don't even really know where to look.
I mean, that light is absolutely filthy.
There's a lot of spiders living in that, and they're dropping on your spag bowl.
I genuinely believe we need a few bugs and things to come into us to stimulate our antibody production.
I don't think I could actually eat anything out of that kitchen because it's not hygienic enough for me to prepare food.
Staying for the next 5 days, the cleaners will be expected to tackle decades of Hector's filth and clutter.
The house is a million worlds away from what I thought it was going to be.
Do you want to sit down on the sofa?
And it's so sad because what could be such a beautiful manor home, it's so run down.
Before he'll let them get stuck into the clean, Hector lays down a few house rules.
First of all, please don't throw anything away without showing it to me first. Please do not feed Wayne, the dog, anything. Don't leave shoes on the floor because Wayne will chew them. And only use Abode cleaning products. I mean, we don't want any bleach or anything like that, for example.
Yeah, that will be a struggle for me because I use, on average, about 15 bottles a week.
Really?
In my home.
My goodness. 15 bottles of bleach a week. Oh my goodness me.
Right.
You know, I genuinely believe that he's in danger of making himself very, very ill and, you know, probably shortening his life.
Before the cleaners can consider staying the night, there is one item of kitchen equipment that needs dealing with straight away.
I might stand back for this one. Oh, what is that? It looks like old mouldy food. Oh no, you don't.
That one has been there for a while, so
That's mould growing on there.
I think we'll leave it in the fridge, but I promise to eat it tomorrow.
Oh no, come on now, Hector. You'll need an ambulance if you eat that.
I will not waste any sort of like healthy-looking food. Don't worry.
Oh dear.
That's absolutely fine.
10-second rule.
We'll put that.
Oh, Hector, come on now.
No.
Please.
Waste not, want not.
No, Hector, look, it's got all other bits of food from the fridge on it.
Well, just to prove, I think it's safe. I mean, to me, that's absolute nectar.
Now, behave now. What would be the point of putting that back in the fridge?
No, come on.
Hector, if you eat that, I'm leaving.
I won't do it in front of you. What I'm going to do, I'm going to neatly wrap it back up.
Oh, please, Hector, I'm begging you.
I cannot waste food. This is my obsession.
Please tell me, Hector, that is not a carrot.
You just have to dig a little bit deep and then you can work out what sort of vegetable it is. And there, you see, it is a rather old carrot that happens to have gone red on the outside.
Stinks.
If you weren't here, I will cut the outside of that off.
No, it's getting silly, this. Look at this. I mean, it's like a cooked testicle.
That's a bit of pheasant.
No, this is too much. I'm not. At this point, I'm utterly speechless.
Get a whiff.
If he isn't willing to throw out a mouldy piece of cheese, the fear is we're going to have this challenge throughout the whole house and nothing is going to change.
But for OCD-diagnosed Carly and germaphobe Rob, the biggest challenge is yet to come when they see the bedrooms that Hector's prepared for them.
Right, Carly. This is your room.
The bed's a bit like a coffin, isn't it? Have people died in that bed?
Not as far as I know.
Oh no, there's a bug on the bedding. Oh no. There's a wee stain, there's a urine stain on the bedding. And that to me looks like a poo stain. I wouldn't stay in this bed if you paid me £1 million.
Let's show you Rob's potential room, then you can make a decision.
Okay.
It's like a bed sit in Blackpool.
Mine all of a sudden doesn't actually feel that bad.
I was really hoping for a 4-poster, if I'm being quite honest.
I thought all rooms would have 4 posters. There's a lot of bits in the bed, isn't there? There's a lot of, like, bits. Look at that pillow. Oh, no.
They got such different standards to me, and even though I thought I got those rooms absolutely 100% spotless, you know, my sort of like levels of hygiene seem to be considerably lower than theirs.
There's nothing indulgent. No. Like, I was expecting chandeliers, and I was expecting a roaring fire. It's like ordering fillet steak, and they'd bring you a piece of rump and say, oh, there you go.
I wouldn't have said rump, I'd have said a bit of chicken leg from KFC.
Something the dog would leave.
That bit of meat in his fridge.
That bit of pheasant.
Yeah.
After it's come out the other end.
At Tapley Park in North Devon, obsessive cleaners Carly and Rob have survived their first night. But only by using their own brand new bed linen.
Where the carpets are really damp, that's why we've both woke up feeling chesty.
There's like dew on the beds, and I don't do well when it's cold and damp. And it's that what's knocking me.
I feel like I've smoked about 100 cigars in one hit.
What we're going to do for breakfast, because there's nothing in that fridge.
I've got these cereal bars.
God. Yeah. Who'd have thought, country house and we're dining out on brunch bars.
I thought we'd be walking down to a buffet with silver service. I mean, we're in a country house. I thought that, you know, there'd be someone sort of knocking on the door, asking what we'd like, you know.
How did we get it so wrong?
With only 4 days until a masked ball to put Tapley back at the centre of Devon society, the cleaners must prioritise the rooms that will be used for the party. The study, the kitchen, and first of all, the Grand Library. Once it was one of the most celebrated public rooms at Tapley. Nowadays, the library sofa serves as Hector's living room, office and dining table.
Oh, it stinks.
It literally is like there's people under the floorboards.
Every surface is just covered in junk.
So should we get started? I'm chucking all this. I'm chucking everything.
I've got to be careful what because I mean, to me, that would be rubbish to me, but...
Oh, that's going, Rob.
But, I know, but I can't chuck anything.
Oh, hi, Hector.
Hello, all right. Probably best I'm not in here, isn't it?
Oh, it's definitely best you are in here.
Oh, right.
I think what we're struggling with is knowing what exactly we can keep and what we can throw out.
No, absolutely. Yeah,
and I'm
fine.
feeling like there is an awful lot of clutter and rubbish in here that definitely needs to go in the bin.
I hope you don't mind. I'm just going to retrieve that little one there.
Oh, no, Hector, because...
That's still got some garlic mayonnaise in it. And this, I'll take that whole lot out.
We do need to kind of stamp down on things now to get this done. I mean, this pillow, I think we need to throw this, Hector, because there's poo stains on it.
No, that's just like wear and tear.
No, there's a poo stain there. So should we throw this?
No.
Let's try and get this table cleared.
Right. Yeah.
So this is all for the bin.
Hang on, there might be a few left in that one.
No, there's none. Oh, that's gone mouldy.
Those are too good. Those are sort of, those are entire.
Right, what about this?
This stuff here
sand
is very good for your brain. I put it on my toast when I remember.
It looks like sand.
It looks like it doesn't taste great either.
Oh, this says it all. You're going to have these, real ones of these, crawling over your table before you know it.
Could you just press its tummy for me?
Can we throw this? Because that's wet.
No. That's for me standing on because I've got a broken foot.
I'm absolutely seething because I've come in wanting to get things done and we're just, again, talking about health foods.
So what's this?
This is spirulina tablets, which again is like very...
I know what spirulina is.
And I don't know if Carla's encouraging it a little bit, to be honest, because she's talking about things and it's just prolonging what we need to get done.
What do you think we should do with the bird food?
Oh, no, that's from Nature's Nutrition. That is incredibly healthy.
Should we throw this stuff? Because that doesn't look healthy.
Can I clean it?
Can I ask you a question, Hector? Sorry to interrupt. Do you want to get your house cleaned and done? Do you want to do it?
Yes.
Because It's like a stalling tactic. Like, for me, I would literally get this box.
I know you would.
No, just let me finish.
Yeah,
I would literally scrape the lot off and then get it cleaned and then put back things what you really want to keep.
Yeah.
And that way, we're not discussing about 1 penny, 2 penny, a little bit of this, a little rat, because it's taking so long. And I mean, I'm dying to get stuck in to do it, but if we have a conversation about every little thing, we're not going to get it done. We're not going to get it done.
Okay, my suggestion is, if you sort of get stuck into sort of other things, like, you know, books and whatever...
Yeah, but we can't get stuck into other things.
You know, I need to get stuck into this to siphon out what I actually need.
Exhausting, isn't it?
I feel mentally drained.
It's so draining just to listen to the constant about peanuts and raisins, and I just feel like saying, what the bloody hell is food doing in a library anyway?
But after 5 minutes clearing his desk, Hector escapes to check on his livestock.
Go on, Arthur.
Hector's life could have taken a very different path. The eldest of 4 children, he was due to inherit the family home, Glyndebourne in Sussex, along with its world-famous opera house. But instead, he opted for Tapley Park, leaving the opera house in the hands of his younger brother.
I would not have lasted 6 weeks if I'd have sort of like, you know, tried to run Glyndebourne. My brother Gus is much, much better geared up, you know. Gus actually said that Dad tapped him on the shoulder when aged 18 and said, well, I'm not quite sure about Heck, I think maybe you might be a little bit better.
Perhaps Tapley was a place he wanted to be, with the farm, the land, and feel at home with the people around there. And he didn't want the terrible... Oh, it's a very rigorous responsibility running a place like Glyndebourne.
Come on, Arthur. Good boy.
With the coast clear, Carly and Rob have a second stab at the kitchen, which Hector shares with his 20-strong commune.
Oh no. Please don't tell me they're cleaning their dirty socks on the Arga. This is where they cook. That's not a sock.
It's rancid, isn't it?
Rob, do you know what I'm doing here? I'm not listening to his rules anymore, because these are a health hazard. In it goes. Goodbye, dirt-ridden sock. And I feel so much better for that. I've achieved something. The first thing we need to throw away is that dirty old banana there. I'm sorry, but Hector's not going to miss that. Date bread roll, just in case.
Look at this. Tell me.
He really doesn't throw anything away.
It feels greasy to touch.
That looks like it's been down the toilet.
Pop it in there.
Why would you have a flea comb sitting by all your cutlery?
Having thrown out the junk a day and a half in, Carly and Rob can finally get down to some serious cleaning.
It stinks, and all the water stinks when you tip it out. It smells like really bad drains.
It smells like a sewer. Oh.
It feels now that we're moving in the right direction. We might actually get some real deep cleaning done and actually get this home to a nice level of cleanliness.
Finally making some headway, the cleaners call it a day.
Oh my God, I cannot believe what they've done here.
But an hour later, Hector is back from the farm.
Hi there, hi, how are you?
Where's everything gone? Because obviously there was one that was for throwaway. Did you throw it away?
Not all of it. There was 1 or 2 things that was salvageable. This obviously was like, you know, a priority.
No.
The way it's worn down makes it a much more effective scrub. So I will, you know, just like leave that.
I did notice that the socks have come back out. These socks really need to go in the bin.
There is a degree of sentimental value.
Of those?
Yeah. Now, there was a pair, but I can't find the other one. So that's why this one's come out.
Okay.
So anyway, I think it's probably enough about the socks. If I could sort of like maybe put this and then dispose of it later, you know, in the bedroom.
I do feel like you haven't really thrown anything away.
Obviously, the kitchen is a very personal thing. So I think, you know, you've done all you can in the kitchen. Because I think, you know, like, the kitchen has got all my memorabilia and history here and everything, you know.
That didn't really go as planned.
Yeah.
Hector has basically said, there's no more entry into my kitchen.
I'm not the type who's going to stand there having a slangy match or anything like that, you know. But it's our kitchen, but you know, and you know, we've got to live there and everything like that.
I'm screaming inside because really all I want to do is get stuck in. It's like taking a child to a sweet shop and giving him a bottle of water. You know, it's cruel.
Obsessive cleaners Carly and Rob are halfway through their 5-day stay at Tapley Park in North Devon.
I think that's as good as it's going to get.
But their cleaning efforts have been hamstrung by homeowner Hector, who won't throw anything away.
I think throw this, because that is really dirty.
I would be careful, because he said, didn't he?
Should we just bin it? Because he won't know, will he?
Housework is a long way down Hector's list of priorities. His primary concern is his vision to make Tapley a self-sufficient community.
Communal living, I believe, is actually an integral part of the future of mankind if we're to survive. So the example we're doing here, I believe, is so important.
He wants Carly and Rob to understand the ethos of the commune, so he's showing them their nationally renowned organic garden.
This is the Permaculture garden, where quite a lot of the people in the community work.
Oh, Wayne's rolling in something. I bet that's fox poo.
I bet that is, but we won't worry about that at the moment. Let's crack on. Follow me.
But for OCD-diagnosed Carly, even a walk in the woods carries its risks.
I'm feeling a bit nervous right now because trees aren't really my thing, purely for the fact that things fall off them.
We're nearly there, just be a bit careful, it's slippy on this bit.
Is this poo?
No, this is just mud.
Oh.
Right, welcome to Permaculture.
For the cleaners, who only eat pre-packaged supermarket produce, the Tapley source of food is an alien concept.
Now, to you, it probably looks a mess. But what's really important is to have a wild area, because that's where you get adders, grass snakes and slow worms actually sort of like gobble up the slops.
Snakes?
Yeah. Right, lead on. I'd like to introduce you to Jenny. Hello. And it's very much thanks to Jenny that this garden is so magnificent. And we still got raspberries. Would you like that one?
No, thank you. Did you eat that?
Oh, that's lovely. Are they quite bitter?
No, they're really sweet.
Sweet.
How does it feel like being here every day? I mean, just around everything.
I love being here every day.
Do you not worry about picking things off the ground and eating them?
Actually, I'd be more worried about vegetables from a supermarket because of the pesticides and chemicals.
She's so calm. And I guess that's kind of what I want to strive to be a little bit more like. Not this kind of like, Carly, where I'm worrying about this, worrying about that. Can I do this? Can I do that? She was just like this.
At home, Rob won't eat anything without first bleaching it.
Actually, Rob, there's one very small one here. I think it's got your name on it.
Go on, then.
You're going to be so ill tonight, Rob. You're going to be pooping out raspberries.
I just feel if I don't try it now, I never will.
That one there. I'll just give you a bit of a taste.
I feel like I'm in the jungle. Normally at home I like kind of sterilising my food and everything, but I find myself just picking food off trees and eating it, which is an alien concept to me. So it was a big deal. Enough permaculture for one day.
Aye.
Rob may be starting to challenge his ways, but Hector, when it comes to getting involved in the clean, is still dragging his feet. So Rob has devised a new strategy.
You know, this is a library and the books are thick with dust. I don't think Hector will respond to being dictated to. I think what I want to try and do is ask about the importance of these books, because I think he may have forgot the intrinsic value because he's been brought up with them. So for me, that's my way into him. Do you read these books?
No, I don't read them.
Because they look there's some old books here.
Oh, there's some beauties.
You know, and I bet there's some here worth quite a lot of money.
Yeah. The majority of the books were acquired by my great-grandmother.
Really? So, like, they need to be looked after because, you know, it's a nice thing to pass on, isn't it?
Hector's great-grandmother, who lived at Tapley for 50 years, is a key figure in the house's history. As well as building up an impressive book collection, she also amassed the UK's largest private collection of furniture by the revered 19th century designer and socialist William Morris.
She was very strong and slightly eccentric. She became very close friends with William Morris, and apparently together they were plotting on a revolution even in the late 19th century against already the big corporate companies, which, I mean, Hector's followed in that vein.
One of the most important things to me is actually to do my great-grandmother Rosamond proud and really to build on the legacy that she's actually left. And by the time I sort of like hand over or whatever happens to me, you know, I'd like to like, you know, done what she would have wished me to have done.
But cleaning antiquarian books is too specialised for even the most obsessive of cleaners. So coming to show them how it's done is book conservationist Dawn Tregellis.
Right, Dawn, I want to start by saying, please excuse the mess.
My goodness. It's a very impressive collection. When do you think these books were last cleaned?
It was 5 generations back.
They should be well cleaned, about twice a year.
Oh, really? Right, okay.
This one would be a good candidate to have a clean.
1750.
That's right. Look, dirt. So we need to turn the book up so that we're not pushing the dirt back into the book.
Oh, wow.
I know, it's amazing how much will come off. This is a leather dressing that I've made myself. The best thing for an old leather book is to be handled as much as possible.
Is it?
Because of the oils from your hand.
Oh, right.
But I don't think these are handled on a regular basis.
No, not at all.
No, no. So therefore, I just thought a little tiny, tiny bit, just on the bit that's exposed.
Look at that.
My God.
Can you imagine that whole set done?
Yeah. The difference is incredible.
So those two are looking quite nice, aren't they?
Only another 10,000 to go.
I know.
I think you've got an amazing collection, Hector, but they need a little bit of tender love.
Normally it's such a daunting prospect to know what the hell to do with those books that you end up almost blanking out that they're there and just thinking it's almost like wallpaper. But I actually now feel a lot more confident about passing, you know, those books on in hopefully a reasonable state.
Hector is starting to realise the value of what Tapley holds.
See if this one works. Nah.
But he's also beginning to see that not all of his possessions are to be treasured.
Bottle opener. Let's be ruthless about it.
While he returns to clearing the desk in the library, Carly and Rob head downstairs to tackle the study, which for the last 10 years has been used as a dumping ground.
I mean, it's this sort of thing, Rob. The scent coming off of that. It smells bummy.
That's a big step, smelling that.
I wouldn't have done that when I first came in, that's what I'm saying.
As the cleaners can't throw anything away without Hector's say-so, they move everything into the hall so they can get stuck into cleaning up years of grime.
Rob, you should see the dirt that's coming off this desk.
Look at that for dust. That's all dust.
That's the size of a small baby. So we've brought everything out here, Hector.
Yeah.
Because there's been quite a few things that I would really like to throw out into the skip.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, this bit of cardboard that's covered in mould.
Yeah, no, that's not a problem.
I found this. I think it's like an old LP player.
Yeah, no, fine.
There's things like this tea cosy, because realistically...
Yeah, no, fine.
Are you happy to throw that?
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking, like, these cushions...
Oh,
it looks
yes.
like the rats have been at them. Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
I wasn't expecting it to be this easy. I feel like we've made some progress, Hector, I really do. I'm elated. I mean, from the point of him not being able to get rid of a coated raisin in yoghurt to he's now being able to throw away cushions from a sofa. If you'd asked me that yesterday, I would have said to you, no, I don't think it's going to happen.
Carly and Robin made me realise there is an awful lot of like stuff in this house which is just clutter. It is a very liberating feeling. There's a change of energy. You know, there's a definite change in the air.
It's the last night of the clean.
Hi, Hector.
How's it going?
And Hector has one final challenge for Carly and Rob.
Would you allow me to cook you supper tonight? It'll all be like our own produce.
I'd be delighted.
Right.
I'd be delighted to accept your offer.
What about you, Carly?
It's probably just going to be that little bit too much.
Okay.
Too far for me. But you'll have the fine company of Rob.
I'll see you in a minute.
What do you think I've let myself in for?
You never know. I mean, it might be quite tasty.
It's difficult for me to eat food somebody else has prepared because that control is taken away from me, and I find myself wanting to control what happens at all times. So it genuinely is tough to do, but I really want to try and use every minute to really push myself further and further.
The thing I have the real issue with is the worrying about if the vegetables have been cleaned to how I'd like to clean them. And it made me realise that I think from this I'm going to take something quite powerful that's something now I want to achieve, and I feel like I've achieved such great things being here, and Hector's made me realise that being on that end of the spectrum isn't actually that fun.
Carly retreats to the study for the evening.
Dinner is on the plate, Mum.
Leaving Rob to face his demons in Hector's kitchen.
A few sweet potatoes?
That would be lovely, thank you, Hector.
There we go.
That's a whopping steak.
There we go.
This is from your cows, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
This is the epitome of kill it, cook it, eat it.
Now, I do find it very, very upsetting. But there's a small abattoir. If you go to a big abattoir, they can actually smell where they're going. Because you used to be allowed to sort of like home kill, but now it's illegal, which is ludicrous because at the end of the day, it's much nicer on the animal. You put the food on the ground, and then you get a professional slaughterman, and basically it's dropped without it even knowing what's happened. So, Rob, what else do you do with your time? Do you sort of like go to pubs and things like that, or
Not really.
Socialise in a?
No, I don't really have many friends.
Right.
My life's caught up in cleaning and then my job.
Yeah.
And that's it, really. Which is sad, really.
For me, that's why I live with sort of like 20 plus people. And I just enjoy, the company, just talking to people, finding out what makes them tick, all that sort of thing.
It was really difficult to get through that. So I am getting there, and it is good therapy, this. I just hope when I leave here that I am able to take some of these lessons I've learned back with me to put in practice in my own life.
Hi, Hector. We've managed to find a lot of stuff for the skip.
My God!
It's the final leg of the 5-day clean.
First thing to go has got to be that sheep, actually.
Tonight, Hector is throwing open the doors of Tapley Park to host a grand masked ball.
Can that go?
Yeah, that could definitely go. Yeah, that can go, definitely. Yeah, no, go.
With just 9 hours till the guests arrive, he's finally rolling his sleeves up and getting stuck in.
Are they your socks?
Yeah.
Oh!
That's a big one for me.
I know, I'm really proud of you.
Poor old Myrtle.
Carly and Rob have to get the library and study up to their own standard.
We literally have 2 hours, Rob, until this ball happens.
Do you think we'll have enough time? We're up against it, aren't we?
I think we're up against it. Rob, look at that. That's bad, isn't it?
The dust on these shelves, I'm not joking, you could stuff a mattress with it.
After 5 days of cleaning and 130 man-hours, 3 rooms have been tackled.
This literally is exciting me right now because I'm going to get these windows looking gleaming.
An entire skip full of rubbish has been cleared, and not a drop of bleach has been used.
Oh, this is so satisfying. Look at that bad boy.
For nearly 30 years, the splendour of Tapley Park has been fading away at the hands of Hector. But not anymore.
All of a sudden, it smells much more normal.
Wow, wow, wow.
Just 5 days ago, the library was overrun with clutter and chaos, and the historic collection of books coated in decades of dust. Now it's been cleared, vacuumed and polished, with the antique books the focal point of the room once more. The kitchen was the grimy hub of Hector's community, with a fridge full of rotting food and surfaces laden with clutter. Now it has a freshly cleaned fridge, a sparkling sink, and a gleaming, sock-free Aga. The study was the most cluttered room of all. The desk hidden behind broken furniture, mouldy cushions, and cans of tomato soup. Now it's an elegant, clutter-free workspace, from which Hector can manage his estate. Having worked their magic on the house, the cleaners throw off their overalls and don their party gear to help Hector host Tapley's first ball in years. Tonight, Hector's guests will be dining on canapes served from the newly cleaned kitchen.
Hi there.
Hello.
So these are what we're going to be serving today. We have a celeriac remoulade.
Celeriac remoulade.
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 That's the one. And then we have smoked trout with horseradish cream with samphire over the top of it.
Horseradish cream and sapphire.
Samphire.
Sapphire with smoked trout and cheese.
Horseradish.
Horseradish cheese.
Spread out your hands.
You don't know what I work like with one hand. I drop things. Would you like a canopy, Rob?
What are they?
Celeriac. Semulac remoulade.
That's what they are. Like that.
Wow.
Boom!
Oof. You look amazing.
Well, so do you guys. You look absolutely fantastic.
Would you like a celiac remoulade?
Thank you very much indeed.
Grown from your own special garden.
We've all worked hard, especially you guys. Let's go out and enjoy the party.
Are you ready, Carla?
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Really lovely to see you, and you too.
The guest list includes old friends of the Christie dynasty.
Would you like a drink?
Some of whom haven't been to Tapley since Hector took over.
Thank you so much.
Canopy. Lovely, thank you. Celeriac remoulade.
Hello, my darling.
Celeriac remoulade.
What a treat. My goodness. What a treat.
Splendid.
Right, please come in, please come in. Now this is called the study.
It's absolutely unbelievable.
It's tremendous. It's a complete transformation.
It's just amazing.
It was full of junk and beer cans.
That's right, yeah. Anyway, no more, and it won't happen again.
Hector's getting back on track. And thank goodness he's become influenced by the idea that he should regenerate the house and purify it and cleanse it of all the things that have accumulated that aren't so sort of healthy and happy in a way.
Oh.
Right.
Oh my.
Before and after.
Oh my God.
I can't believe this.
Wow.
Your Aunt Rosamond, she would be so thrilled that you're gradually transforming the place back to the one she knew. So this is a rebirth of the house, isn't it? Transformation is coming back.
In a funny sort of way, when it comes to this house, my life starts now. The energy in that room is so different, and the same obviously with the study room. Now I want to go into the study. I think, I'll make that my office. I've never done that before, so my dad especially would be really relieved about it.
After 5 days of obsessive cleaning, Carly and Rob's stay at Tapley Park is coming to an end.
I'm going away from this knowing we achieved what we wanted to achieve, but also I'm taking away a lot of positives. Being around so much dust, literally where you're like this through the dust, it's made me realise that when I go home, a small amount of dust, I might be a little bit more relaxed on. Slow roasted belly with sea buckthorn. I know now that I can see a clearer future, and actually I can just knock that OCD down.
I've never cleaned so much in my life. I'm going home and I'm going to sleep for a week and that's it. If I have to sleep in a dirty bed, then so be it. This house has had a profound impact on my cleaning obsessions. I think the future's bright if I can take a little bit of this and a little bit of my life and marry the two. I think I'll be okay.